a quiet beginning. Typically, the healer's door swings open when affliction knocks, when fever spikes or unease festers. Yet some cross that threshold with no storm brewing, merely a flicker of curiosity about life's long dance. Such was the case with Clara, a woman of 42 summers who stepped into a clinic in the spring of 2019, her health a calm sea. She sought no cure, only a glimpse into stretching her years. Her lineage bore no jagged scars. 3 grandparents had slipped away in their twilight, hearts worn thin by time's steady chisel, while the 4th fell to a quiet cellular revolt. A common tale for their era. One shadow loomed. Her mother, spry at 73, began to lose threads of memory, chalked up to the rust of age. A follow-up was set, a week hence, to sift through the first harvest of her blood's secrets. The healer's craft leans heavily on these silent messengers, markers etched in crimson. A broad net is cast, but certain beacons draw the eye. A rogue particle tied to vessel storms, a protein tally hinting at hidden tides, and a genetic strand, whispering of mind's fragility. Clara's results unfurled a rare twist. She carried twin keys to a shadowed gate, a pair of codes doubling her odds of a thief that steals thoughts. This quirk, borne by a scant few, heightened her peril tenfold. Over those with sturdier locks. She'd been blissfully unaware, though her mother's fading might have been a muted bell. Now came the task. To weave truth with care, to cradle a fragile hope amid stark revelation. The words took shape, direct yet soft. Clara, your tests unveil a thread of concern, not a flaw today, but a whisper of risk decades hence. Your blueprint holds a heightened chance of memory's erosion. Yet this is no iron decree. It's a signal we can bend with time and will. Her world tilted, grief crashed in, layered atop a crumbling union and a relentless career. Fear deafened, her to nuance, amplifying a single dirge of despair. Weeks of gentle talks slowly unfurled the fuller tale. She was not bound to fade. Among the mind's silent foes, this shadow looms fiercest, its roots elusive, its reins unyielding. Unlike vessel webs, its genesis baffles. Unlike rogue growths, it defies late mending. Unlike sugar's drift, it resists reversal's pull. Thus it reigns as the dread sovereign, feared more than death's quiet call, a specter of self unmade. This thief claims the lion's share, yet kin lurk nearby, disorders of trembling limbs and clouded sight, tethered by a shared thread. Millions wrestle its grip, while others face rarer kin, wasting sinews or faded spirals, all born of fraying nerves, all mocking cures despite oceans of effort. Hope glimmers only in staving off their march, a fragile bridge as science gropes for light. A hidden key. Many healers shun this genetic mirror, deeming its reflection a sentence without reprieve, a burden too grim to bear. Yet, news splits into 2 streams, the mutable and the fixed. To cast this marker as stone is a misstep. True, it shadows many who falter, but its presence isn't fate's seal. Elders stride past a century, unbowed, guarded by unseen sentinels. Others, free of its mark, still stumble. It's a lantern, not a chain. For Clara, time stretched wide, decades yawned before the shadow might stir. This gap was a canvas. Inaction the true gamble, possibility the prize. The dance of prevention could begin, threading resilience through the years. Decoding the mind's foe since antiquity, the mind's twilight has stirred lament. Thinkers deemed it a bar to wisdom's crown. Poets wove its ache into verse. A healer in a shadowed hall peering into a stilled skull, first named it a beast apart, a woman's brain, once sharp, now a lattice of ruin, her final years a storm of loss. His sketches marked a shift, yet the tale dimmed, lost among oddities, until a trio of seekers, decades on, traced its echo in countless husks, plaques and snarls a common thread. A shard of protein emerged as the culprit. Born of a vital thread's fracture, it clumps and chokes, sparking chaos. Creatures bred to bear it falter, their mazes unsolved. A twin protein twists, fanning flames that shrink the mind's expanse. Rare keys hasten this ruin, locking youth in its grasp, a fate mercifully sparse. This became the banner hypothesis: banish. The shard, halt the tide. Titans of coin and cure rallied, crafting elixirs to sweep it away. Yet victory eluded, minds stayed dim, the march unchecked. Trials stretched earlier, chasing the dawn of decline, but faltered still. A heralded balm won favor, its proof thin, its cost steep, met with shrugs, not salvation. Doubt crept in. Some minds, laden with shards, stood firm. Others, bare of them, crumbled. The weave of ruin loosened. Perhaps the first glimpsed storm was a rare breed, its early fury a false map for the slow swell that claims most. The shadows' kin bear their own marks, yet all whisper a deeper tie, a shared vein of risk. Crafting a shield Clara's dread was a tempest. Few bore her twin keys with such tremor. Months of counsel eased the gale, paving way for a forge of defense. No fog clouded her yet. Unlike the fleeting missteps of daily haste, her peril was a distant drum. Guidance sought a trailblazer, a youthful sage who defied the old guard's skepticism, birthing a haven to defy the thief's advance. His spark flared from loss. A kin's laughter dulled, then silenced, driving a quest to bar the gate. From sea, scattered leaves of lore, he wove a shield, its proof blossoming in trials. Vitality's threads, motion's rhythm, mind's play staving off the fade. The once forbidden word, prevention, gained footing, a beacon for the bold. A call. To act to the common healer, Clara's calm belied urgency. Youth and silence signaled no foe to fight. Yet, in a new lens, she was a clarion, a soul ripe for the long game. Where cure falters, guarding reigns supreme, a creed demanding sentinels of nerve and wit. Her twin keys, though daunting, lit the path. Known risks outshine veiled ones. Gender and hue tipped the scales, women doubly shadowed, shifts of life's tide a hidden spur. Men sway to other tunes, their own riddles hastening or stalling the drift. The prologue stretches long, whispers of lapse swelling to stumbles, a vast, unseen host teetering on the edge. Tests unveil this creep. Rigorous nets snag faltering threads, words lost, spaces blurred, sense dulled. Specialists trace the fault. Lines, fronts of reason, vaults of recall, engines of motion, discerning the foe's lair. The minds weave, a chorus of paths, masks early rents, reserves of lore and stride buying time, a buffer against the storm. Beyond the shard past, the shard's reign, other whispers rise, vessels calcified, life's flow choked. A seeker, aloft overseas, glimpsed truth in withered rats, blood's ebb birthing memories void, its return a partial balm. The brain, a glutton for breath and fuel, starves when pipes narrow, strokes and thickened walls, harbingers of decline. Another thread hums, sugar's dance gone awry. Its excess scars the channels, its gatekeeper faltering, memory's hearth. Dimmed. Sprays of aid lift the fog, hinting at a deeper hunger, a crisis of vigor sparking ruin's chain. The key's burden, Clara's twin keys amplify this fray. Cholesterol's fairy faltering, sugar's rhythm jarred. Once a shield in primal wilds, it now fans embers of harm, swelling tides that clog and scald. Yet its toll bends with fate's weave. Some stand firm, others fall, a tapestry of chance and care. A blueprint of hope for souls like Clara, dawn still gleams, prevention's art nascent but potent. Tools abound, more than for rogue growths, pinpointing slips and weaving guards. Metabolism's tune is the first note, a diet of rich oils and lean harvests, fish's essence a balm. A shift to dual fuels, ketones and sweet, lights anew, fire, easing the mind's strain. Motion reigns king, endurance stoking the forge, strength a bulwark against fade. Rest mends the weave, sweeping night's refuse, its lack a multiplier of woe. Ears dulling, teeth's neglect, heat's embrace, all threads to mend, craft a shield broad and bold. The last frontier, where old cures crumble, only foresight stands, diagnosis a late toll, reversal a faint dream. This final rider bars the century's gate, its delay the key to thriving years. The creed shifts, heart's vigor feeds the mind, liver's grace lifts the spirit, time demands haste, and motion carves the path. Hope flickers, science's forge may yet burn, bright. But for now, resilience is the song, sung by those who dare to face the shadow.